What is up, homies? Welcome back to another trailer reaction from Heroes Reforged. We are reacting to the brand new official trailer for Avatar: The Way of Water, coming out in December. I am so excited for this movie.
Yeah.
Augustine and I went to go see the remaster in 3D about 2 months ago now, and I was so impressed by that movie. I think we both were. Visually stunning. Like, the movie is from 2009, and in 2022 it looks better than a lot of big budget movies that we see today. That's a huge testament to the work of Weta and all the visual effects artists who did something truly revolutionary in 2009 with that film, with the digital creatures and environments that they created. The 3D is phenomenal. It's in my top 3 probably favorite 3D movies ever. And with the advancement of camera technology and visual effects, I have no doubt that The Way of Water and all the subsequent sequels are probably going to be some of the most beautiful looking movies that we'll see in the next in this decade. So I'm really excited to watch this new trailer.
I mean, say what you will. A lot of people have different opinions about the movie, whatever. I'm in the camp that time really tells what a movie is made out of, or made of, right? Like, it really puts a movie to the test. And that movie, I don't feel has aged very much from the date it was released. It just looked, it felt fresh. The VFX were on point. Exactly everything that Adam said. It was just, it felt like an event watching it in 3D, a remaster in the movie theater, and it felt good. So I'm really excited about this one. Hector, what are your thoughts? Are you as excited as us?
It's such a well-made movie. I don't think I'm in the camp of movie fans that are on the side of like James Cameron's the ultimate filmmaker and like never count him out and everything he makes is gold. And I'm like, I don't know if that's true. I have my favorite James Camerons. My favorite is probably still Terminator 2, Judgment Day, T2, Forever and Goodbye. But I do think that you're right about this movie. Like, what this movie was in 2009 is basically still the same today. I know that there were a lot of criticisms and kind of like just, movie criticism about the film itself and the story. I still think that stuff can apply to the first Avatar movie today. It's going to be interesting to see how the story has expanded from what James Cameron did in that first, because like he is such a great filmmaker, and I think he made a movie that is designed for movie theaters, and I think he's that type 100%. Of director, that type of filmmaker. So like that kind of experience is really worth going and having. But the question is, will the story, which is relatively straightforward, like, relatively, it's the type of story that like you can watch played in different languages and it still reads. Do you know what I mean? It's that kind of accessible, universal type of a story.
Did that on purpose too.
He did it on purpose. Some would say cliche, some would say, full of tropes and stereotypical things and stuff like that. So it's like, I know that the effects are going to be, it's like, don't worry about that. I got that shit. The effects are going to be on point. I want to see what the story of Avatar 2, 3, and then the potential 4 and 5 are going to be for that story, to see if like how it's going to expand, evolve, take any sort of notes if they did from the response to the first film and like try to apply it, and go forward. So plus all of that, and it's in 3D. Come on.
We should also mention that before this movie comes out, we're going to do a rewatch of Avatar, the first one, in 3D. You obviously won't see it in 3D, but we're going to watch it in 3D. We're going to do a little bit of a deep dive. I'm actually really excited to go back and revisit it with you guys, because prior to the release of the remaster, I did a lot of research on the first movie, and I watched a lot of interviews with James Cameron. It's really interesting to hear him talk about what kind of motivated his story decisions and what motivated him to tell this movie in the way that he did. And a lot of it has to do with, we know that he's a massively huge explorer of the sea and just of nature in general. He lives in New Zealand and all these sorts of things. So we'll get into it when we watch the movie, but I'm so excited to watch this trailer. So I'm ready if you guys
count us down, bud.
All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go.
So the last one was like a teaser. This is like the first full-length trailer.
Yeah, I actually saw this clip in the theater. It's
cool.
Unreal.
You saw it? Did you see it in 3D?
Of course.
Oh yeah,
baby. Of course you saw it in 3D.
Cool. She got a baby.
She's got a baby.
Dad, I know you think I'm crazy.
I have to lie in those big rocks.
But I feel her. I hear her heartbeat. She's so close.
So what does her heartbeat sound like?
Jake Sully.
It's Sigourney Weaver who plays the daughter.
I know. Oh, interesting.
Mighty.
Eerie.
Wow.
We cannot let you bring your war here.
Outcast. That's all they see.
I see you.
The way of water connects all things.
Oof.
Before your birth.
Oh, what's
and
that?
after your death.
Some kind of
This is
whale creature.
I need you with me. And I need you to be strong.
Oh,
Wow. Oh, wow.
Strong heart.
God damn.
Oh,
That's
man.
crazy.
Oof.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Nice.
I actually still kind of like that the story for the most part is still a little bit ambiguous. Like you still don't know exactly what's happening. You know, in the end of the last film, you basically see all the humans being sent back to Earth. I don't know what the time jump is supposed to be in this movie, which I'm sure they'll establish at the beginning. Goddamn, like those visuals are unreal.
The visuals, like it's the thing of everybody jokes about, oh, the last movie was 2009, the sequel's coming out all these years later, 19, 20, 21, 22, like 13 years later. The effects better be, and then they are. The effects really do look like, okay, yeah, that is 13 years of
that would take
effects.
10 years to 13 years to actually make that.
You know.
There's one shot that got me is the one where those rocks were like in a circular shape. It almost looked like a matte paint. I don't know if you guys got that, but it almost looked like a matte painting in the back. And I'm not opposed to that because I really like, I think there was another project we were watching not too long ago where it looked like they were using matte paintings. Was it Willow? I think it was Willow.
Maybe.
When we were watching, when we were watching Willow, how they brought in, I think they brought in matte paintings for the big scenes. And I think it looks great. I think it brings almost like a nostalgic feeling when you kind of see a matte painting in the background. And that blending that into CG, I think is actually pretty brilliant because it's maybe saves a little bit of render time, but also I don't know, adds a little bit of like that filmmaker touch or like that kind of like a tactile aesthetic to it. I don't know how to explain it, but there's something different about it. But I like it. I think it's cool.
Truthfully, like the thing that I'm almost more excited for, well, I should say just as excited for as I am the movie, it's the Blu-ray, because I really, really hope that they have hours and hours and hours of behind the scenes material that they're going to cut together into a bunch of featurettes on how they made this movie, because it's such a technical achievement. They shot so much of the stuff underwater, and the actors had to learn how to like breathe underwater or to hold their breath underwater for as long as like 6 minutes. It's going to be so crazy. And the trailer, and I know I say this all the time and people are probably tired of me saying it, but the YouTube upload doesn't do it justice, because seeing that clip from Avatar, from this movie of all the kids playing in the water and like diving with all the underground creatures in Dolby 3D was like, it was breathtaking. It was unreal to watch that shit in 48 frames per second in 3D. It was amazing. And that's the other thing too, is the first movie was shot at 24. This is shot at 48, but the technology that they're applying to it, it's making the 48 frames per second look like 24 frames. It's this new technology they're using called True Motion. I got to go to Burbank and see a demo of how they do it. It's really, really cool. And then for some of the action stuff, they make the frame rate look like 48, so it looks smoother. It's just so clean and it looks so good. So I think technically it's going to be a really impressive movie. But I agree with Hector. Like I really do hope, you know, we're going to get to see other tribes of the Na'vi people, which I'm excited to see. I think that's how actors like Cliff Curtis and Kate Winslet play into the plot. So I'm excited.
What's the humans deal? Why did they come back to Pandora? What's the, you know, and what are the themes?
More unobtainium again or something else?
Right. And what are the, exactly. What are the themes that James Cameron's going to want to play with to, you know, what is he talking about from our world right now that found its way into the story and all of that stuff. So yeah, dang, the visuals look so dang good. Yeah. This is, I think it's going to be a very big movie.
It's going to be an event. It's going to be an event. It's a theater movie. You're going to watch it over and over again, just like the last one. So yeah, I'm ready.
Cool.
Yeah. Can't wait. And I'm also super excited for us to rewatch Avatar. Check out our Patreon. We're going to have that posted, the uncut version, on our Patreon. We'll do a cut down for YouTube as well, but the uncut version, I think, is going to be the one that you're going to want to watch along with us. Will be really fun. And it won't matter if we're watching 3D and you're watching 2D. It's the same. We're going to watch the same edit, same cut. So it'll all be the same. So check that out. We have plenty of other reactions on there as well. Subscribe if you haven't already. Turn the white button black or gray or whatever color it is now. And we'll see you guys in the next reaction. Bye.